G'day, legends. Usually Christmas at my place involves a burnt bird and some soggy prawns. But this year, my daughter's bloke, Amir, decided to flip the script. Now, Amir's a top lad from Iran, but he's got these wild ideas about tradition. I was expecting ham, but he walks in with 20 kilos of minced meat and a look in his eye that says, "We're going rogue." Welcome to the most confusing meat-on-a-stick Christmas in Aussie history. Buckle up, it's getting spicy.
So Amir says, "Pops, we're making Koobideh." I thought that was a brand of lawnmower. Turns out it's these long kebabs that look like swords. He starts kneading the meat like he's trying to wake it up from a nap. My daughter's just laughing, and I'm standing there with my tongs feeling completely redundant. I told him, "Mate, if it doesn't have gravy, is it even Christmas?" He just winked and told me to trust the process. Scary words, those.
The skewers were the real shocker. They aren't your little toothpick jobs. These things belong in a museum of medieval warfare. I asked Amir if we were cooking lunch or invading a small country. He's meticulously moulding the meat onto these flat metal bars with his thumbs. I tried to help, but my kebab looked like a lumpy sausage that had a very rough night out. Amir just patted my shoulder and said, "Stick to the beer, Pops." Fair call, honestly.
Then we hit the backyard. Usually I'm the king of the grill. I flip a burger, I feel like a god. But these Koobideh things, they don't use a grill plate. Amir's got the charcoal glowing red hot and he's balancing these meat swords over open flames like some kind of fire wizard. The smell started wafting over the fence and the neighbour, Bruce, poked his head over. "Smells better than your usual charcoal-flavoured sausages, Gaz," he shouts. The absolute cheek of the man.
The flipping process is a bloody art form. You can't just turn them, you've got to rotate with the grace of a ballerina, or the meat falls into the abyss. Amir's flipping away, and the fat is dripping onto the coals. Sizzle, pop, it sounded like a symphony. I'm starting to get hungry, but I'm still mourning the lack of cranberry sauce. Amir hands me a piece of charred flatbread and tells me to get ready. I told him if I get heartburn, he's mowing the lawn. Lunch is served. No mash, no peas, just a mountain of saffron rice and these glorious meat sticks. I took a bite and stoned the crows. It was like a party in my mouth, and everyone was invited. The onion, the spices, the juicy lamb. It beats a dry turkey any day of the week. I looked at Amir and said, "Son, you might have just cancelled the Christmas ham forever." The whole family was silent, mostly because their mouths were stuffed with Persian goodness.
So that's how we ended up with a Persian barbecue for Christmas. We finished off with some tea that tasted like roses and some sweets that probably cost me 3 teeth. It wasn't the traditional Aussie spread, but seeing the family happy and not having to scrub a roasting pan was the best gift of all. Next year, I'm suggesting we put some prawns on those swords. Koobideh prawns? Now that's a fusion. Merry Christmas, you legends, and keep those coals hot.